What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports, back again with another one. Are you ready for some football? Remember that guy that used to start off Monday Night Football? He said, are you ready for some football? Are you ready for some NFL playoffs? We have the NFC South champion Carolina Panthers, who have a record of 8-9, got a losing record. They hosting a playoff game. That's wild, but that's the rules of the NFL. Hopefully, maybe in the offseason they can look at that and implement a rule that if you have a losing record and you win your division, yeah, you still make the playoffs, but you cannot host a playoff game versus a 12-5 Los Angeles Rams team, who in my opinion is in the best division in football, led by the Seattle Seahawks, who has the best record in the NFL. The San Francisco 49ers have one of the top 5 records in the NFL. They're also a wild card team alongside the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are a 10.5-point favorite. I think the Carolina Panthers are going to cover. I like the Rams to win this game, but I think this game is going to be a lot closer than people think. The Carolina Panthers are going to come in this game with a chip on their shoulders. A lot of people saying that they're not a good team. They don't deserve to be in the playoffs. They have not played well down the stretch. They lost to the Seahawks. They lost to the Buccaneers. They're in the worst division in football. So you got the team in the Rams that are in the best division in football. And you got the Carolina Panthers who are in the worst division in football. But they played less than a month ago, if I'm not mistaken. And guess what? The Carolina Panthers won that game at home, 31-28. Matthew Stafford, who I think will win this season's MVP, had multiple turnovers, a lost fumble, a red zone interception. And the Carolina Panthers played one of their best games offensively. I think probably their 2 best games offensively were against the Los Angeles Rams and earlier in the season, the Dallas Cowboys. I do believe that Bryce Young will have a good game. He will step up. He's been in a lot of big games in his collegiate career, coming out of Alabama, being in national championship games, being in SEC championship games. He will be ready for this matchup. Matthew Stafford, who's won a Super Bowl, in my opinion, he's a Hall of Famer when he hangs up his cleats. A lot of people saying maybe he's not. He's going to be one of those borderline candidates for the Hall of Fame, kind of like in the same excuse me, in the same mold as a Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning. But I think his career has actually been better than Eli Manning. Eli Manning's career has been very, very successful, especially in the playoffs, in the postseason, where he's beaten Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl. He's had multiple games where he stepped up and played at a high level in postseason games. You have Phillip Rivers, who has a lot of great stats during the regular season, has never gotten to the Super Bowl, but in his heyday, he was mentioned as a perennial top 7, top 5 quarterback alongside Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Ben Roethlisberger. He's right up under those guys in that top 7, So he's been a very, very high-level quarterback throughout his career. That's neither here nor there. When you look at the weather for this game, Carolina at home versus the Los Angeles Rams, it's going to be raining. I think it's a high probability there will be rain. It's going to be wind, too. So I think that will somewhat nullify the Rams' passing game. So I do think this game is going to come down to what team is able to play the better defense, which I believe it will be the Rams, and what team will be able to run the ball well. With these conditions, you're going to have to be able to run the ball well, and ball security is going to be a must in this game. And I do think with the elements of this game and with the situation where the Carolina Panthers feel they're disrespected, they are a 10.5-point underdog at home. And a lot of people are going to put money on the Rams to cover. So it's going to be a good game. These two teams are very familiar with each other. They just played about a month ago. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. I like the Rams to win this game 24-17, led by defensive coordinator Schuler's defense. They hold the Carolina Panthers offense at bay, but I do think the Carolina Panthers give them all they can handle. I think they show up, and for their fans, it's going to be probably a college-like atmosphere as that neck of the woods, Charlotte, North Carolina is a hotbed for college football and college basketball. So I think the fans will be excited and be really cheering on the Carolina Panthers. When the last time they had a home playoff game? Probably when Cam Newton was at the helm at quarterback. So it's been a minute. So they're going to be very excited. And I think they're going to be coming this game feeling very disrespected, even though they do have a loser record. So a lot of this stuff that people are saying is warranted. But at the same time, being a 10.5 point underdog is really rare in postseason football. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. Let me know your thoughts about this matchup. You think the Rams will blow out the Carolina Panthers? Do you think they will cover the 10.5? I don't think they're going to cover the 10.5. I think this game is going to be a game that's going to be in the balance in the fourth quarter, but I do believe the Rams make the necessary plays on offense and with their running game and enough plays in the passing game, despite the elements of a windy game. I think they come out on top and move on to the divisional round in the playoffs. Let me know your thoughts. Follow me on Facebook, Gerard Briscoe. Follow me on TikTok at JB Sports New Media. Follow me on Instagram, JB Sports 9707. Follow me on Twitch at Briscoe MA77071. Follow me on my YouTube channels. That's plural, not singular. At JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend, 9656. And at JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend, 8000. And like, share, and subscribe to JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. And I holla.